Well, hello, visitors to and denizens of the YouTubeverse. I'm John, your sociable hermit in the woods, only, well, as you can see, I'm once again not in the woods. This is Hermit on Hiatus, Part 2. Um, would have liked to do something more cooking related. I haven't done one for a couple of weeks. And I still wanted to do a video. Uh, I've been down here using my Minivan Camper as a kind of a main base of operations, interspersed with occasional nights in hotels where I can have a shower and recharge everything. Um, and I thought, well, one topic I could do meaningfully today was 5 items that I find really useful in the minivan camper, or to carry in the minivan camper that I use. So um, I'll apologize right now. I don't have my proper video editing software with me, so things will not be as polished as I normally would like, but we'll do the best we can. All right, so with no further ado, here we are. 5 items to take with you for minivan camping, or at least my choice of 5 items. Goes without saying, I wasn't paid to mention or endorse any of these things. These are all items I have bought personally, I find useful, and my opinions are the unvarnished personal opinions from experience. Okay, well, I'm going to do number one really quickly because it was actually the topic of last week's video and I don't want to say a lot more. But a flashlight, not just a regular flashlight. You want an electrical hanging lantern, something with a hook that you can hang inside your minivan and has a diffused lighting, and ideally one with both a low intensity red light mode, which is good for not attracting attention and for maintaining your own night vision, and a daylight mode. This is the Streamlight Siege AA. I have an entire short video on that. So enough said on that. Something other than a regular flashlight, more of a lantern design. The second item I'm going to talk about is a battery bank or a booster bank. Now, a lot of people get these little power banks you can use to recharge your phone, and that's great. They're very handy. But I'm going to talk about something that's slightly different. These are a little bit larger. Let me get it out here. This particular one is MotoMaster brand. I do not particularly like Canadian Tire due to interactions over a particularly bad product that caught fire and its replacement caught fire, and they would not allow me to post a review saying that this device was harmful. Having said that, things with the MotoMaster in-house brand, I've actually had very, very good luck with anything that has that, and they're readily available in Canada. So this is a 12 ampere hour, 1200 milliamp hour battery pack. Kind of looks like a lot of others. There's a little switch, there's a power remaining available. There are 2 USB out ports. 2 is going to be really handy because a lot of times you find you might want to be, let's say at the end of the day, recharging your phone and also powering something else. I'll get to what that something else might be in a second. This one also has a flashlight, but what's critical about these, as opposed to a normal power bank, is that, tiny that they are, they come with a vehicle booster pack. So this is not my primary way to boost the vehicle. I have a larger booster pack with an inverter built in. I'll show a picture of that here. However, this is a final backup third method of starting the car. If the internal battery fails, a secondary booster pack fails, I still can reach for this. I have successfully used this little tiny pack to start someone's car with a dead battery. I think that's probably pretty challenging on the size of those conductors there, but for a small engine it will do. They do make larger ones. I carry the next larger size up in my 5-liter diesel pickup truck, and it is capable of starting that engine. It also has a coaxial 12-volt out with a coaxial to cigarette lighter adapter, which enables you to power other things such as ham radio equipment in the field. Also quite nice. Anyways, so I'm going to say some sort of battery bank with a booster function. These are not very cheap, but they're not tremendously expensive either. Get one on sale. They're usually lithium polymer based. They stay charged for months. They recharge via USB port. And for something you can hold in your hand, you can use to recharge your phone or your camera or other small equipment a handful of times and use to boost your vehicle. Really worth their size and their weight. Next item. It's been really hot most of this week. I've been down here away from home. And you're going to want a fan in the vehicle, especially in the evenings. You park someplace, you've got the front windows lowered down a little bit to let some air in, you've got the rear windows popped open, but you still need to force some airflow through. So a small fan is a huge bonus. This particular one is off Amazon. It's Honeywell. Says on the back, actually, Kaz USA, a Helen of Troy company. Interesting, never noticed that before. I've been really happy with this particular one. It has this stand. You can set it someplace, or you can flip it right open, and then I like to hang it off my clothes line, my clothes rail in the vehicle. I'll show a picture of that. It can either run off its own AA batteries. There we go. And those will run for about, let's say, 1 day of use. And it's convenient you don't have any wires. But, so in addition to the internal batteries, this comes with a DC-in 5-volt socket. This comes with a USB out to coaxial in. So I said you might want to use that battery pack for 2 items. The 2 items that I was using a couple of nights ago, I was charging my phone off one port and then running this off the other port. Saves the internal batteries for a time when you really need them. But this can really be a lifesaver, especially in hot weather. Push some air through your little minivan and make it a lot more comfortable. And this particular one is nearly silent, but still moves a lot of air. I'd highly recommend it. Okay, next item is chairs. I carry 2 different kinds here. The first is what you'll see, these 3-legged collapsing folding stools. They're very cheap. They run like $10. And you know what? They're not too bad. You set them down, you have a seat, you sit nice and upright. They're actually, if you're going to be eating, they're kind of nice because you sit upright as opposed to lean back. They're very lightweight, they're very cheap. Recommended, but they're not the most comfortable. We'll wait for the very loud truck to go by for the next section. Okay, an alternative to that are these kind of basket-shaped reclining collapsible chairs. This particular one is an Eddie Bauer one. There's a lot of companies make this exact same design. These are not cheap. They run anywhere from, on sale, maybe $70 up to about twice that. But as you'll see, I'm going to show a video of how you set it up. They pack down very small, they set up quickly, and I'll tell you, this is luxury. This is incredibly comfortable. This is worth, if you can get one on sale for $70, it's worth every penny. I love this. When I was in the process of moving and I had gotten rid of all my furniture in my first place, this was my easy chair in my house for my last couple of weeks, and it was fantastic. I wondered why I hadn't used it the whole time I had lived there. So, a couple of chairs, and particularly this basket type is recommended. And finally, our 5th item is a roll-up aluminum picnic table. You can see this one is easily big enough for 2 people plus either a barbecue or my stove. Since my little butane stove isn't attached into the vehicle, I can simply lift it out and place it here and cook out here if it's nice weather. I can put the barbecue out here and cook. This particular one is a Camco, C-A-M-C-O, again off Amazon. Other people make very, very similar ones. I'm going to cut the video here and I'm going to show you how you set this up, but it just rolls out, the top rolls out, clips in over stretcher bars, which fit over folding legs. The whole thing can be set up or taken down in a matter of a few minutes. So this, plus the chairs, plus being able to move your cookware out here on a beautiful day, you're not trapped inside the little space of the minivan. You can go out in a nice park, set up, have a picnic, have a barbecue. The world is your oyster with these handful of items. So, with no further ado, and in gaps between the very noisy traffic here, this is John, your sociable hermit in the woods, saying, hope some of that gave you some ideas for your minivan camping or car camping adventures. And until next time, this is John, the social hermit, signing off.